I find this one extremely interesting. We're just going to segue from ghosts for a little bit. We got plenty more ghosts, trust me, trust me. But for tonight on our Tall Texas and Tales, we're going to segue a little bit and get into superstition land. And demonstrating today's thing is whistling. But, a cat's really kind of just cooing. But, anyways, in this case, we're going to talk about whistling. Now, whistling around the world has different superstitions. Depending on who you're talking to. So, like, for example, in Russia, it's considered extremely rude to whistle inside of the house, and the reason for that is the house spirit doesn't care for whistling, and it bothers his ears, and he will leave, and he will leave your house unprotected, and you will have problems. And also, he is also known to take your money with him, so that's why it's considered extremely rude to whistle inside the house. You can whistle outside, but for the most part, only bullies and hoodlums whistle in Russia. So that's one thing. Now, the other thing is that if you whistle around midnight, you are inviting or calling the dogs from hell. So I would kind of avoid that one, especially in downtown San Antonio around the Alamo, because that place is hotter than, well, we'll be talking about that later when it comes to ghosts. But another superstition is that if you whistle in the shower in the early morning, you can hear or you can feel hot breath on you, and you can see in the corners specters and the entities that live in your home if you are whistling in the shower first thing in the morning. You can try it, turn off all the lights, and when it's all super quiet, you can whistle, and you might hear a snap. And then you'll feel hotness on you as the gates of hell open up, and whatever you've invited is just come on in. So, knowing all this now, I just think about my dad was just a super whistler. I mean, that man could whistle anything. And that's actually how we used to find him in the grocery store. He'd just be whistling up a little old storm, and we'd be all, oh, Dad's over there. So, but mariners, another whistling superstition, is that sailors used to whistle if the winds were too calm. And this would evoke the wind gods to come and start pushing them or filling their sails with wind. So that's another superstition. And I think it's very interesting. Before Nancy Hernandez, my coworker, posted this interesting little tidbit about whistling, for me to share with you on my Tall Tales, a girlfriend of mine who lives up in Canada actually told me that their superstition is that when the northern lights are going on, it's their ancestors dancing and having a good old time. So if you whistle at the northern lights, you're telling your ancestors you're ready to come join them. And so it's highly discouraged for you to whistle at the northern lights, because the next day you might be gone. So anyway, so those are superstitions about whistling. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm just going to whistle a happy tune. So anyways, be very careful. But, there are parts of the world where they have a whole language based around whistling. And that's how they communicate. And it's super loud, super shrill, and they can hear it for miles. And then the whistles actually have meanings. So it's like a complete language. It's totally cool. You can check it out on YouTube. That's where I learned about it. Hey, you can learn anything on YouTube. But anyway, so that's today's Tall Texas Tale. Well, it actually isn't a Tall Texas Tale. It's really just a superstition. But I thought I'd share that one with you. So if you enjoy this content, of course, feel free to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And hey, even if you want to, share this. So that's your Tall Texas Tale for today. And thank you very much for joining me. And I hope you enjoyed the Xenobomb, because, man, she gave you like major Xenobomb today. And so that's it. So until tomorrow. And we'll continue with some more ghost stories, and maybe a superstition, or maybe I'll tell you about a haunted place. I don't really know, but it's in my list somewhere. I've got a card. I don't know what, but we'll talk about something. I know for sure. Anyways, so Texas is huge. Texas is old. It's got lots of stories. So until tomorrow, remember, I love you. Bye.